Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in the world. How New York went from a land inhabited by indigenous peoples to the global powerhouse it is today. Grab your popcorn, because this story is filled with exploration, revolutions, immigration, invention, and a lot more. Let's break it all down, step by step, and really connect with the soul of New York. Both the state and the legendary city we all know and love. So, are you ready to embark on this epic journey with me? Let's uncover the layers of history, culture, and ambition that shape New York today. Stick around, because you're in for a treat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's get started. Let's rewind the clock, way back to around 10,000 BCE, when Native Americans first inhabited the area that's now New York. By 1100 CE, the Iroquoian and Algonquian peoples dominated the region. Picture this: dense forests and crops of maj. Powerful confederacies like the famous Iroquois League emerged. These guys had an advanced political and economic system. Long before Europeans arrived, they were the original New Yorkers. In 1524, Italian explorer Giovanni da Verrazzano arrived on these shores, becoming one of the first Europeans to view New York Harbor. Fast forward to 1609, when Henry Hudson sailed for the Dutch East India Company. Hudson explored the river that now bears his name. His journey laid the groundwork for Dutch claims over the area. The Dutch began setting up their presence in America. In 1614, they established Fort Nassau near Albany. By 1625, New Amsterdam was founded in what is now Manhattan. The settlement became a major trading hub due to its strategic location. Interestingly, the Dutch purchased Manhattan for just $24 worth of goods. This transaction is still considered one of history's greatest deals. New Amsterdam thrived with the growth of trade and commerce. Dutch settlers engaged in fur trading with Native Americans. The colony's exponential growth changed the landscape of North America. This bustling settlement set the foundation for modern New York City. British troops march into the Dutch settlement. The English capture New Amsterdam with little resistance. New Amsterdam is renamed New York after the Duke of York. This marks the beginning of New York's transformation. The population begins to grow rapidly. Commerce booms as trade flourishes in the city. New York starts to develop its cosmopolitan roots. The vibrant culture begins to take shape. Diverse communities settle and enrich the area. New York emerges as a colonial powerhouse. New York, the ultimate drama queen of American history. By the mid-1700s, it played a central role in the American Revolution. The Sons of Liberty made their presence felt here. The Stamp Act Congress gathered influential voices. Even protests like the Boston Tea Party echoed here. The pivotal Battle of Saratoga was fought in New York State. It was the turning point of the war. This victory convinced France to ally with the American colonies. After the Revolution, New York became the 11th state to join the Union in 1788. The US Constitution was inspired by New York's own state constitution. Albany became the state's permanent capital in 1797. New York City started its meteoric rise as America's financial center. The Erie Canal, completed in 1825, connected New York to the Midwest and boosted its economy. The canal was like the first superhighway of its time. In the 19th century, New York became a gateway for millions of immigrants. Waves of Irish, German, Italian, and Eastern European immigrants poured in through Ellis Island, which opened in 1892. By the turn of the century, NYC had become the most populous city in the world. Let's not forget Lady Liberty. She became the beacon of hope for immigrants by 1886. Industry boomed, and so did cultural contributions. This was the heyday of innovation and growth in New York. By 1901, New York was the richest and most populous state in America, and its skyline reflected it. Skyscrapers began dominating the city. Can you imagine a city without the Empire State Building or the Chrysler Building? These buildings symbolized America's ambition during the Roaring Twenties. Leading up to a pivotal moment in modern history, the Wall Street crash of 1929. During WWII, New York produced 11% of the country's military supplies. After the war, we saw a suburban boom. Levittown became the epitome of the American dream. At the same time, New York City entered the television and financial world. The late 20th century was a roller coaster ride for New York City. The 1970s brought financial crisis, crime was rampant, and the city nearly declared bankruptcy. But by the 1990s, with bold leadership and massive cultural shifts, NYC re-emerged. Hip-hop rose from the Bronx, Wall Street soared, and the Big Apple became the city that never sleeps. Then came 11th September 2001, a moment that forever changed New York and the world. Nearly 3,000 lives were lost in the deadliest terrorist attack on American soil. It was tragic, heartbreaking, and yet New Yorkers showed the world the true meaning of resilience. One World Trade Center now stands tall as a reminder of hope, strength, and rebirth. And let's not forget Hurricane Sandy in 2012, which challenged the city's infrastructure, but also highlighted the importance of building a sustainable and resilient future. New York today is a melting pot of cultures, dreams, and invention. From its historic landmarks to its innovative spirit, this place offers something for everyone. Whether you are strolling through Central Park or hustling through Wall Street, New York's energy is unmatched. It has truly earned its title as one of the greatest cities in the world. So there you have it, folks, the incredible journey of New York, from its native roots through centuries of change, and into the giant of history and culture it is today. If you love stories like this, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more history deep dives, and let me know in the comments, what do you love most about New York? Until next time, keep dreaming big, just like New York always has.